Hello everyone, and welcome to RNG University. On tonight's episode, Soldiers. So we're gonna try Soldiers in a cave, and I want to make sure that this deck, the new Cavern of Souls release, I want to know how well it can be tuned in this deck. So here's this deck list. We have a pretty standard soldier deck. We got 4 Yotian Frontliner, 4 Recruitment Officers as our normal start-off basis for the 1-drop. And then the 2-drop, everybody knows this, we got 4 Coppercoat Vanguard, 4 Thalia, 4 Valiant Veteran. Now, I did want to hide in the super secret tech of the Zephyr Sentinel, just so that we can bounce soldiers back to our hand whenever that's necessary. Whenever there's a board wipe, we can return like a big soldier card. That's always good. And of course, we got 3 Harbins as finisher. I don't have 4 Harbins, so that's why there's only 3 in the deck. But I would probably normally run 4 Harbins. I think that's more or less relevant to a soldier deck, but I really don't like playing soldiers that often, so I didn't want to go craft another one. And then, of course, in the 3-drop, we got the 4 removals in Brutal Cathar and 4 card draws in Skystrike Officer. All pretty standard cards, but I do think that with the new Cavern of Souls, we are allowed to have 4 Myrel Shield of Argive. She's very good because it stops our opponent from playing any spells or activating abilities on our turn. And then when she attacks, we also get X11 colorless soldier artifacts. That's all of those are great. But the best part is, well, now our opponent cannot stop Myrel from coming into play whenever we play Cavern of Souls. That's quite important, I believe. So that is why this is the deck that the new soldier deck that I want to see how well it can actually do. Now, in the land base, we got 1 Eiganjo, 1 Otawara, 2 island and 4 plains. Mostly we have the blue-white. We have mostly white and a little bit of blue, so we have more plains than we have islands. We have 4 Adarkar Wastes, 4 Fortified Beachhead, and 4 Seachrome Coast. And then, of course, 4 Cavern of Souls. What you may have noticed that we cut in this deck is 4 off in terms of the deserted beachhead? Is it deserted beachhead? Deserted beach. Alright, so we cut this card because, well, it's a tap land. I don't want to draw it in my opening hand. Also, another card that I did remove that I'm not 100% certain on the removal of, and that is right here, the Secluded Courtyard. Right, because I removed 4 Secluded Courtyards for Cavern of Souls, because I'm not quite sure how often my opponents are going to have Field of Ruin and things that make me try to ramp. And if I cannot ramp when I'm trying to ramp, that's going to be bad. That's why we have 6 basic lands. After playing this deck out a little bit more, maybe I think that the chances are good that I will swap 4 basic lands for 4 Secluded Courtyards, so that every single card in the deck is creature, soldier creature. So Secluded Courtyard should be able to cast anything other than maybe the Unearth effect for Yotian Frontliner. That's about it. So we'll see how this deck works out. Also, the idea initially that I kind of crafted this deck out of was to also include the counter spell. I forgot what that blue counter spell is. That basically counters unless our opponent plays 1 for each soldier or each creatures we have. The problem is with Thalia, right? I don't want my Thalia to tax my own card, so that's why I decided to not do that in the first rendition in the current metagame. Let's see how well this deck can actually do. I wanted to try out a little bit more of an aggressive strategy in the new standard, just to have a little bit of fun at first. So I'm going to go ahead and try that. Let's go. Soldiers in a cave. The Legion of Dusk is the military arm of Alta Tourism. I don't even know what this new story is about. Magic lost me after March of Machines, and I just no idea what's going on afterwards. After March of Machine, was there another one? I think that was the last battle. We go first, which is great. We got Cavern, which is great. And then we can play one of these cards. So, we'll keep. Hello. Alright, so I'm going to take 1 damage just to hide the fact that I'm a soldier deck by playing all the Adarkar Wastes. It's not great, but I also don't want to play all the Otawara because I have 2 legendaries in my hand. Now we can tax our opponent. Right, so I've got 2 legendaries in my hand. Otawara can actually be channeled. Also, another reason why we want a little bit of more basic and less Secluded Courtyards, because we can't use them to channel. 2 mana. What do you got? 2 mana removal. 2 mana cut down. All right. Well, it is what it is. Put out an officer. Maybe they'll play a good game already. Jeez.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it.
I mean, they got removal to removal.
One of your friends
Makes sense
has to leave.
for them to be that aggressive in a good game already. Decline. Okay, so I have to discard Otawara. No, they're playing a turtle. Whiff? Should have discarded first, could have discarded a land.
Won't be outsmarting.
I guess we'll discard the Otawara. How good is an Otawara? I'm gonna fly over it. There's no reach, right? I'm not doing the wrong order.
This isn't how things were supposed to go.
You shut up. This is already not looking great. Double turtle, okay. He gets a land, I guess. We draw a card. Thalia. And another Beachhead. Do I just want to attack here? I get to pump the board if I attack. I can kill the turtle. That's not really anything, so... I'll attack with the flyers. Decline. Could have been more attacks. We got another card draw. Let's see what's going on. Maybe Scrowvel would have been good in this deck. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. Play out a creature. Oh no, draw a card. Put yourself down to 2 mana. 3 mana. Cannot Path of Peril because of Thalia attacks. And then... See, why did you GG that early if you said you're just gonna suck at the rest of the game? Alright, well, Soldiers does Soldier things. At least I'm not playing mono red. There were thought process, put through as to what should I do with my Brutal Cathar? How should I remove my opponent's creature? How should I attack? I don't know, I'm just giving excuses to myself. But aggro decks does aggro deck things. We did get to go first, and that did kind of clinch us the game, even though our opponent was just removal of the deck. Yelp Reviewer, those are the scariest people. Opponent goes first as well, and we have a 1-lander. That's basically... Alright, this is Gandalf, so that's mono red burn. And then we have a 1-lander, so we're just gonna die. Definitely gonna have to mulligan this. Now we have a 3-lander, just worse than a 1-lander. Do we just put back a land? Are we hoping to draw another land? Do we put back an officer? Can't put back a land. Okay, so this is something in Arena that's especially important. You cannot put back a land if you have a 3-lander after a mulligan, because that tells the shuffler you don't need land, and then you're not getting any more lands. So you don't want that to happen. Actually, a blue-eye control. Okay, so we're gonna see how we can fight against a blue-eye control. Not great if we don't have Cavern. Sunset Reverie. That is interesting that they did that. But hey, opponents are gonna do what opponents gonna do. Fateful Absence, okay. I don't like it, but it is what's gonna happen. You should attack. That would be so wrong. You might still do it though. A lot of decks nowadays are tech against specifically this deck, or this version of the deck with Thalia and things like that. Oh, yeah, I was wondering why he would attack here. Would have been 100% wrong to do that. Do I Brutal Cathar it? Yeah, I think so. It's not a great card to play, but at the very least, I get a card draw when I land the Skystrike Officer the next turn. Assuming nothing else happens, which... Blue-white, all we got is Yotian Frontliner as the last 2 draw. We're just gonna wait till a Sunfall and lose the game, I guess. Ironcrag, okay. You already curve out the Sunfall. And another rivalry. The sad part is he's still at 20. So what do we do here? We can Thalia. Thalia attacks him a little bit, but then what? I will let them have the Sunfall if they really want it. Yelp reviewer. Nothing? Just gonna wait a whole turn to do nothing? Alright. Guess we're gonna see a Wandering Emperor here. No, just gonna let it go to nighttime. That's kinda interesting. This taps 3 creatures, 3 soldiers, right? That is a soldier. So, I guess the Wandering Emperor is gonna come out. So, and how do I stop that from coming out? I don't think I can. I'll put a Frontliner. Pretty sure he has a board wipe or something. But then that means he won't play the Emperor this turn. That would not be smart. Alright, there we go. You can either board wipe or play the Emperor. But not both. And the rope comes. He's got 6 mana to do something. There's the Emperor. What would you like to do, huh?
I'm home. Keep watch for intruders.
That's... That's not how you play the game, buddy. First strike kills those, and then the other 2 just does 2 damage. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't draw that many cards, so we'll just end turn here. We'll take another one out. What? Look, that was the worst play you could have made. I don't know, I guess he has a Sunfall, so it didn't matter. Another rivalry. No Sunfalls? Okay. He's just holding up a counterspell? I don't know if you can counter anything with this. Yeah.
Try not to miss me.
Kill your Emperor for that.
You are not much of a roadblock.
What's going on? Does he just want to trade like Eiganjo? Is he another Emperor? Is that what's going on? I mean, do I really care about the Frontliner? You know what? Let's do it. Tap all your lands. No? Oh, he can't actually play the Emperor because of the Thalia attacks. I don't know what's going on. It's got basically 4 mana. He can turn this into a 2/3. 2/3 bird with flying. That's about it. Did we just pump the board? If he has a counterspell, what do we do? Not sure, but that's all we have. Gotta play something. All we draw are Frontliners. So I guess we're frontlining. He's letting this happen. He's got 3 mana. What can he do with 3 mana? I'm not sure. This will give me 2, right? So I'll hold back Thalia. This is going to be a 3-2. This will be a 4-3 then. How would he block 4-3? You should double block the 2-2. That would be smart. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure a Sunfall is just going to wipe me out, but our opponent's really trying his best to play as worst as possible here. But the Sunfall is a lot of his mana. Do I follow this up with a Frontliner? That is a question, right? I guess I will, because I'm not really doing anything else. Okay, so that was a slight mistake, I think, to follow it with the Frontliner, because I think what my opponent probably will do is Field of Ruin one of my lands, and that would give me an extra mana in order for me to pop the Clue. Or I could just, you know, highlight every single one of my cards and rethink his life. There, see? Yeah, that's kind of expected that, right? It's a good thing that I did think of that when I built this deck. So I have a lot of basic lands. An extra card could have gotten instead of a Frontliner on board. It just dies to the Sunfall here. I just draw a land. That's a big creature. Big creature that I cannot stop. And if I played Myrel, would that do anything? I don't think so. This is a bad land to draw at the wrong time too. And he's at 19 of all lives. Worst plays of all and still win because basically we're fighting a very uphill battle with bad draws. And the card that we tech into this deck, we cannot draw it. The 4 Caverns. Nope. I think we're just going to quit after the next draw if he has any form of a board presence. Don't think we can fight against that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's as bad as we can get. Maybe we draw Cavern, that's about it. If we draw Cavern here, it would be different. Otherwise, no chance. That is not a Cavern. Does he have anything to play? No! Okay. If that's the case, we'll get another card draw out of this. He can't play spells anymore, so his whole turn's ended. I don't know why there's still waits. He can't do anything right. Can cast spells or activate abilities, artifact creatures, or enchantments. So he can activate that land. That's about it. Destroy evil. Let me draw a card. Please, I have 3 Myrels. I'm not going to draw it. That is interesting, though, what he has. Guess I'll dump the board anyways and see what happens. Is that counterspell? No, then I have ward. Maybe no, only humans have ward. I was like, where's my ward? Memory Deluge. Very good for our opponent to have that. For some reason, didn't want to play last turn when I played Myrel. is a hard choice if it doesn't have Sunfall or something. Oh man. Pretty sure he has the Sunfall. But maybe he doesn't. That's not the correct block, by the way. I would 100% block the frontliner. But hey, our opponent's gonna do what opponent's gonna do, right? Boar wipe will still end us. Then we just got 1 damage after the boar wipe. Otherwise, we got a pretty wide board. Oh, he's attacking. Okay, so it is a boar wipe. No blocks, we'll take the 6. Yep. GG. I'm outie. No draw is going to back us out of this kind of situation. Ah, the aggro deck suffers the aggro curse, right? That is, queue up with aggro deck, all of your opponent are going to be control. We fight 2 opponents, they are hardcore control. Remove all the deck. Both times. Everybody loves to hear a great comeback story. Not on Arena. Almost never happens. Johnson. That's a cool opponent. Are you playing mono black? We get to go first, and now we get our Cavern. I bet you that's not a blue deck. Gotta keep anyways and see what happens, but I don't think there's any point in hiding this since we have turn 1 Recruitment Officer. Let's go. Alright, not turn 2 Thalia. Decline. Frontliner. Too bad though. That would have been great. Turn 2 Thalia. Paleontologist. Is that deck? Okay. Well, let's take out your Paleontologist. So no more Paleo for you. There's that 6/6. Alright, so we will decline. And then we'll play. Man, everything is working so well for them. I don't even know what I should do in this situation. Attack? I can kill the Pugnacious Hammer Skull and they'll give back the Paleontologist. I don't want to do that. That 6/6 is brutal. We can Eiganjo it if he wants to do that. Flip our Brutal Cathar that way. No, it just takes the damage, of course. Ah, hoisted by my own Patar. Perfect curve. Oh man, and then now they're gonna get the free 4 presents too. At least it's that, and not like the scariest part ever. Still though, this is only a 3/4. Can't get over a 7/7 and a 7/6. Cannot get over it. What can I do against it? I can attack and just die to the attack. That feels kind of bad. Maybe I should just go wide. He can't block me if I go wide, right? Can he block me if I go wide? There's only... No. Okay, so... No, I'm not bouncing this. So so I might as well attack first and Eiganjo. No? Should I even do that? Well, I can't even Eiganjo. This is 5. Oh, oops. Ooh. That was bad. I can bounce this, but then I don't flip. I'm not gonna flip my Brutal Cathar anyways, right? Let's go wide. What can he have next turn? Alright, I am hoping for a top deck Harbin. If I can top deck a Harbin, I can still win. If I don't top deck a Harbin, that would be GG. That's a top deck land. Okay, so I can... For some reason, wants to tap my Cavern of Souls, so that is not what I want. I guess it's fine. I'll take that 1 damage. No, I mean, I'll play this land anyway, so... Harbin? 4 lands! Alright. Frontliner it is. Let's go. Take 4. By the way, Thalia would have taxed the fight rigging out of the deck, so... Yep. Another. That's fire rigging again. I mean, our opponent gets their best cards, but we don't. Can't play because of Thalia, I think. Is that how it works? Yeah, can't play because of Thalia. Is he trying to play it? Or is it just because of me, I'm doing this? Did he kill himself? That is not a Harbin. I can buff the board for 1. If I buff the board for 1, how many? He blocks the top 3. So these 2 goes through. I buff the board for 1, so this will be a 4 and a 3. 4 and 3 is not enough. This is X11 Soldier artifact. Oh, just quits. Come on, I was trying to do the math. You coward. I don't think it was lethal either. Anyways, Soldiers beats Dinosaurs. Alright, you know what the funny thing about that last game was? This is exactly how humans beat the dinosaurs. We just waited them out. I didn't want to. I was trying to do the math. You saw I was trying to count up to the 8 damage. And I was trying to get my last Harbin. Also, it does serve to show that you need 4 Harbins in the deck. 4 Harbins would have clinched us the game almost instantly. And, well, not almost instantly, but another Harbin to draw would have gotten us the game instantly. The game against Control, we never saw a single Cavern. And we saw, like, 4 Caverns in each of the other 2 games. That is typical shuffler game for you. But yeah, this is a very good against counterspell decks. We could not get this out against counterspell decks, or we couldn't really play the spells that we want to play at the time that we want to play them. But this is the typical aggro deck. It's the very standard aggro shell. You just go in and hope for the best. That's not a bad deck. You definitely will win a lot more than you lose. This is a high win rate deck. I would recommend you playing this. If you only care about winning and you don't care about having fun, you'll get a lot of wins with this deck. You might still have fun. It really depends on how you enjoy the game of Magic. If you like aggro, this is the quintessential aggro deck without any combo, without any tricks, just turn sideways and beat face. Alright, that's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me. I will see you guys next time.